Well, hello everyone. Thank you again so very much for sitting back down and joining me today. It is so very nice to meet you. If I have not already met you in some way, shape, form, or manner, my name is Ryan. In today's video, we've got a good Kino haul, one that I am very happy with. This is going to be Kino's Shocktober haul. One of the first things, let's kind of get this out of the way. You'll notice that the beard has been significantly trimmed. A culmination of things. I mean, not like this really has any weight on the content here at the channel, but I mean, it's a staggering difference, right? I mean, there's a lot of factors. One of the main factors is that my youngest is 6 months, and I'm tired of the pulling on my beard, trying to rip it off of my skin. I didn't know that my skin could pull quite that way. So that was a pretty big factor, but there were some other factors at play as well. So let's kind of go into this Kino sale for the Shocktober. Now this goes, I believe it's going all the way until Halloween, if I'm not mistaken. If that is the case, then I will definitely be diving back in. I've got 10 titles here, and the reason that I'll be diving back in is because at the time of me making this purchase, a lot of the titles that I went in for were out of stock. So when the sale was announced, I kind of I might have been at work when that happened, and I kind of scrolled through to see what was available and making mental notes in my head. And then when I went to place my order, so much of the things that I had wanted, everybody else wanted, and they were out of stock. So, but Kino does, they replenish pretty quickly. So if it is until October, like I'm believing that it is, I mean until Halloween, then I'll definitely be doing a second run, because usually with these Kino sales, I usually dip in at least twice. At least twice with these. And the wall supplies last, that is, you know, never going on sale. They constantly add new stuff in. I mean, I've dipped into that probably 5 times. So let's start off. I've got 10 titles. 10, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are from the Redemption label, Kino's offshoot. 4 are Kino Lorber Studio Classics, and 1 is a Scorpion release. So let's go right into the Scorpion release one. This one I'm very excited about. This is going to be 1976's Animals Attack film, Dogs, with David McCallum, Man from U.N.C.L.'s David McCallum. I mean, all of these are I think, yeah, all of these are blind buys for me, which is how I like to do these sales. So this one, I believe, I know that Brian Sauer from Just a Disc podcast and YouTube channel, as well as the Pure Cinema and Rupert Pupkin Speaks blog, he's a real big fan of Animal Attacks movies, and I'm pretty sure that I've heard him talk about Dogs before. This just seems like a lot of fun. It's this sort of government experiment on dogs, to where they're now these vicious animals that are attacking this town. And so this is going to be a brand new HD master from the original Vault Elements. It's got some interviews, original trailer, and then some liner notes that are inside the disc. And again, this is put out by Scorpion, who Kino does do distribution for. So I'm very excited about this one. I do like a good Animal Attack movie, and I believe that I had heard him talk a good bit about that one, so I'm excited. This one is a further education title, this next one, and this is going to be one that it's one of those ones that, you know, you'd be surprised. I mean, everybody's always surprised. I feel like I say this a lot, where it's just those movies that you've just never ever seen before, that you never got around to seeing. And I used to be, like, in the infancy of this channel, like, I shied away from saying what those titles were, because I guess you're embarrassed, you know, I guess, but I don't care. I don't really care anymore, because of the fact that I used this channel. That sounded really kind of rude. I apologize. I didn't mean to come off rude. What I meant to really kind of say is that I use this channel very much to document education, to showcase my own journey through stuff that I didn't know. I do have some ideas for things to go more into stuff that I am familiar with, and reasons, or making videos centered around things that I am already very familiar with. And then so, like, I'll do the reviews and stuff like that. But I mean, when you notice that I do so many blind buys in here, and all of my reviews are first time watches, because of the fact that I like to use this for educational purposes in a way, just to document my own sort of education, because we always like to dip into these sales and just buy things that sound interesting to us, but a lot of the times when we're buying these things that just sound interesting, it's because we've never seen them before, and we can get them, we can blind buy them at a really good price. So why not, why not make that a focal point? So be that out of the way. This is going to be a early Hammer film, and it's one that I have not seen. This is going to be 1955's the Quatermass Experiment. I've never seen it. This is going to be, this is a Hammer production that was based off a serial that was, I believe, 3 years prior to this, 3 or 4 years prior, if I'm not mistaken. It was still called the Quatermass Experiment, but I believe it was EX as opposed to just a standard X, which is really something that would come back in the 90s, extreme. And so I know they have like Quatermass, I believe the next one is Quatermass in the Pit, if I'm not mistaken. So this one I've never seen, so I'm really excited to see this film. This is going to be a spaceship that has, or a space voyage that has returned to Earth, but there is something else inside. So I'm really excited. There's a lot of really good features on here as well. Kino isn't always known for their, their swath of features, but there are some good stuff on here. There is an on-camera interview with John Carpenter, which is great. We have 2 different featurettes, which is from reality to fiction and comparing the versions. There's an on-camera interview with Val Guest, the director, by Hammer film historian Marcus Hearn, an audio commentary with Val Guest and Marcus Hearn, a Trailers from Hell with Ernest Dickerson, theatrical trailer, alternate title. So really excited for this one. And there really isn't any, there's not a reversible artwork for this one, but there's one, I'm trying to remember, okay, I remember which one it is. But what they do is they have this, this like photo gallery, this poster gallery. There's some screenshots in there, because it was also known as the Creeping Unknown, I believe. Yes, the Creeping Unknown. So there's a nice little spread, like interior spread. I do, and I do enjoy that. So we may not be getting some alternate artwork on here, but we get a really nice interior artwork. So this next one is a Poe flick that I haven't seen. It's not a Corman one. This was it's an American International pick. Who actually directed it though? Gordon Hessler. So this is going to be excuse me, The Oblong Box with Christopher Lee and Vincent Price. I have not seen this one, but it's Gordon Hessler did Scream and Scream Again, right? It's probably going to be listed on here. Cry of the Banshee and Scream Again, yeah. So I have not seen this one before. And in all honesty, I'm not familiar with the story of The Oblong Box. I was very much into Poe in junior high. That was when I really discovered Edgar Allan Poe. Because that was when totally, just imagine the goth kids from South Park. That was me in junior high. So, so that's when I really got into Poe. But this story, The Oblong Box, it's one that's eluded me. I'm just not familiar with it. And to have this all-star top-billing cast, absolutely. So very excited for this one. The year on this is 1969. On this, there is a... this is really cool. I didn't see this on the special features. So Poe's poem, Annabel Lee, they have a featurette where Vincent Price is narrating Annabel Lee, which from the same year, 1969. That's really cool. That is amazing. Because Annabel Lee, I always really enjoyed that. Funny enough, the first time that I ever read Annabel Lee is because I'm pretty sure that the full version, if not a version, is in one of the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books, one of the 3 volumes. It's Alan Schwartz, right? One of those versions. I'm pretty sure that there is, if like a version, maybe a abridged version, if not the full version of Annabel Lee, in one of those. And so that's really cool. This on there as well. There is a audio commentary with Steve Haberman and a Vincent Price trailer gallery. So very cool. I do love trailer comps, and one all about Vincent Price is pretty cool. So this one, I grabbed this one because it is directed by Hammer legend Terrence Fisher, and because this film is referenced in a Tom Waits song. I believe it is. Well, it's not referenced. I mean, the title of the song comes from this movie, and it is from Bone Machine, if I'm not mistaken, the '90s album Bone Machine, and that is going to be "The Earth Died Screaming." But so that was definitely like the Tom Waits reference was the key, but it was Terrence Fisher directing this one, and it's not a Hammer film. This is going to be is it Leipert? Because it's Robert Leipert, I believe. It's his production company. And so this is going to be 1964. It's like just over an hour. And this is going to be an unstoppable army of killer robots. But there's a lot of really cool imagery in here. Like I really like the white out the whited out eyes. So I'm really excited for this one. Really good, really interested for this sci-fi thriller. Unstoppable robot army and Terrence Fisher at the helm. That should be, if nothing else, a lot of fun. So speaking of a lot of fun, what I got with this one, this one I've seen on probably every single sale for the majority of 2020. I've seen this one on the sale, and I've always wanted to pick it up because it's got John Carradine in it, it's got Wendell Corey in it. So those were the things I wanted to do it, and it is referenced in a Misfits song. So another kind of pull from a band or a musical artist of kind of getting me to pull the trigger on it, and it just seems like so much fun. So I'm very excited that I grabbed it. I think it was probably $8, $7, something around there. But that is going to be 1968's Astro Zombies. How can you go wrong? I mean, first off, look at that cover. That cover is gorgeous. I absolutely adore that cover. And like I said, and I'm a big Misfits fan, so anything in all of the films that the Misfits usually like to focus on or like to reference, I'm a big fan of. So of course, had to. That was enough of a selling point for me. And plus, the cover was always so intriguing to me. But I just briefly kind of read the back here. We've got a film that has it all. A mad astro-scientist reviving corpses at his laboratory. Two gore-crazed, solar-powered killer robot zombies. A bloody trail of girl-next-door victims. Chinese communist spies. Deadly Mexican secret agents led by the insanely voluptuous Tura Satana. And intrepid CIA agent Wendell Corey, who's from The Killer is Loose, which is an amazing film. Classic Flicks put out a really good version of that. Who's hot on their trail and trying to figure it all out. There's so much going on there, and that seems amazing. That seems so absolutely amazing. On here, though, there is an audio commentary from the writer, producer, and director Ted Mickles. There's also the riff tracks commentary with Mike Nelson, Kevin Murphy, Bill Corbett. And another audio commentary by horror cinema historian Chris Alexander. Now, some people may not like the riff track stuff. I've noticed even some people that I consider friends are not really into Mystery Science Theater too much, and I feel like I always like I'm always like maybe hesitant to be like I really like Mystery Science Theater because to me, I mean, even more so with riff tracks, I feel like, but I feel like with Mystery Science Theater, yes, they're poking fun at the movies, even some movies that are actually good, movies that I feel are actually really good, because, for instance, I'm going off on a different tangent here, but the Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie, I love that movie. The movie itself, the Mystery Science Theater movie, I adore the movie. It is hilarious. The riffs are so funny. It's a very enjoyable watch. But the film itself that they are poking fun at, that they're riffing on, is This Island Earth. And This Island Earth is actually a really good movie. So to me, it always seemed to me that Mystery Science Theater, yes, sometimes they're doing films that are fun to watch, like those movies that are fun to watch with a group of friends, right? Like, you know, your Cruel Jaws, right? But to me, it always seems that, yes, they are directly making fun of the movies, but I think in some ways it always comes from a place of love. At least that's how it's always read to me, is that a lot of these movies they are actually fans of and they enjoy the movies. Otherwise, they wouldn't be seeking these movies out or going through them as much. Yes, there are some movies that are certainly just not good at all, like Manos. But anyway, I'm off on a tangent there, so I apologize. Astro Zombies. Astro Zombies is what I got. So this next one, these next 5 actually, no, 6. So these were the replacements for the ones that I had really, really wanted that weren't available. And so I took this opportunity, because I've mentioned it before and I haven't gone into it. I've got a couple titles. I believe I've got a couple. If not, I've got like 2 maybe. But I really wanted to go more into and become educated into the world of Jess Franco. And really kind of get a good foothold in it and try to get as much as I can. And I thought it would be really interesting to do a series on my journey through Jess Franco, just like I've been doing with different box sets and stuff like that, like with the Al Adamson box set, the Lindsay Baker box set. I'm gonna be doing The Fly a little bit differently, because I had never seen the original movies and I've watched the first 2, so I'm gonna do like a triple feature, because it's the namesake, on those Fly movies from the box set. But I thought that it'd be cool to do that with Jess Franco, so I took that opportunity to buy 6 Franco movies. So I know that Franco is such a divisive character, and but there's so much that Franco had done. Some stuff that is serious horror, that is or serious genre, and then you've just got the total exploitation sleaze factor from some of his films as well. Which I've got one on here that I'm pretty sure is going to be that. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is 5. I only grabbed 5 because when I was looking at the redemption titles, I grabbed the one that I already got before. But I can showcase this because that'll work. This one that I've got is going to be 1964's Dr. Orloff's Monster, which is going to be the sequel to, what year was this one so that I can get it right? 1962's The Awful Dr. Orloff. So this is going to be what I'm just noticing is that Orloff is 1 F here, but 2 Fs here. Interesting. I haven't watched this yet, so is there a reason? Or it probably doesn't matter. But so from my understanding is that at least this film, I'm not as sure about this one, is going to be Franco's more serious foray into horror, very much steeped into like his version of like gothic horror. I'm sure there's going to be probably I would imagine there's going to be a decent amount of eroticism because it's really Franco's bag. But so I mentioned this one. Talking about eroticism, it was this just seemed really, really crazy, and it was the title definitely was enough to kind of make me interested. So this is going to be what year is this? 1972's The Erotic Rites of Frankenstein. Such a bizarre title. But the back, it's a really gorgeous cover. I really, really enjoy that cover. And after the death of Victor Frankenstein, 2 figures vie for control of his metallic-skinned monster and the radical technology that created him. The scientist's daughter, Vera, and the immortal wizard Cagliostro, who is assisted by a blind bird woman with an unquenchable thirst for blood. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of fun. It says merges his fondness for old school horror with his unique and perverse taste in sex and violence, partly inspired by the garish adult European comics of the early 1970s. So that sounds awesome. That sounds really cool. I like a lot of stuff, and Franco is a very intriguing character to me. So I really took this opportunity to really kind of get a very good foothold. I've got a cat trying to make an appearance. So let's see, where could we go with this one? Can I show that title? Yeah, I can. But let's go with this one first. We've got, now this is going to be one that is more in line with I'm assuming what he's doing with the Orloff movies, because this is going to be the same year as The Awful Dr. Orloff. That's going to be the sadistic Baron von Klaus. Oh, I do have a cat that's made the appearance. Oh no, oh no, oh no, wait. because it's very precarious. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming here. So this one, we have a series of grisly murders in the remote village of Holfen convinces the locals that the town is still cursed by the spirit of a 17th century baron who maintained an elaborate torture chamber in the dungeon of his estate. So very cool. It's a bit of like a Marquis de Sade type of thing going on there. With Franco, I definitely would not be surprised. So really excited for that one. And this one is his nunsploitation film from 1973. And this is going to be with The Demons. I really like that cover too, The Demons. I believe it has a optional. Does it have a different title as well, or am I thinking of the next one? I'm thinking of the next one. So this one is pure exploitation. So definitely that category of Franco, because I feel like, especially really in this one, that I've got a decent variety of Franco. So this is going to be that nunsploitation. I cannot show you the back. Yeah, so I don't have too much to say about that one. This one is going to be 1975. This is going to be a pure, I believe it's going to be like, it's definitely a horror film, but it's also pure sexploitation as well. This is going to be 1975's Exorcism. It also includes the full version of the less explicit, like the less sexploitation based, more horror based, demoniac. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Exorcism is the full version, and then you've got the version that just focuses more on the horror and kind of takes all of the more sleazy elements out of it. But I believe that Jess Franco actually does star in this one as well. Yes, he's a priest with a penchant for S&M, and his wife Lena Remey is the star of the film. So it is a gleefully sorted grindhouse gem punctuated with disarming moments of visual eloquence. It is quintessential Jess Franco. So very excited. I'm excited to kind of go down into this this Franco realm, and I think that it will make for a very interesting series to do, because when I do these series, I plan them out, or I do them in such a way that it's just something that I can always kind of go back to, because it's not something that it's like, all right, the next 5 videos are going to be this one series, because of the fact that, you know, it may be like with Adamson, it may be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks before I watch another Adamson film, because one, I like to take them slowly, and two, there's a lot more that I want to watch as well, because otherwise you're just going to end up getting burned out, and I don't want the series that I want to do to feel more like a slog. So, but guys, that's everything that I picked up on this this Kino sale, the Shocktober sale. I would like to go back into it again, but we'll see. We'll see ultimately if that's going to be in the cards for me or not. But I'm happy with the purchases that I made. I just want to at least go back to hopefully grab the ones that were sold out for me. So, but thank you so very much for watching this with me. If you like the video, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more additional content. The sale hauls, the reviews I've talked about, the different series adventures that I've mentioned, with much more coming along down the pipelines. Yeah, if you got an opinion on anything that I've mentioned, any of these more crazy films, if you got an opinion on Franco, or if you got an opinion on animal attacks movies or anything like that, please be sure to leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. All of my social media and contact, I almost forgot what I was going to say next. All of my social media and contact information can be found in the description box down below. But other than that, that's all I've got for you today. It really is. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you enjoy the rest of your day.